Right now, you are not making a choice. You just think you are. You woke up this morning and your hand found your phone before your brain even clocked in for the day. That wasn't you deciding anything. That was something else entirely. Here's an uncomfortable question. What if the version of you that you're so proud of, the one who has opinions and taste and a whole personality, is mostly just a stack of habits wearing your face like a mask? Not metaphorically, actually. Let's slow down. Your brain is an energy hog. It uses about 20% of your daily calories just to run the lights, and evolution hates waste. So somewhere along the way, your brain figured out a shortcut. Instead of consciously deciding every single action, it started automating the repeated ones: brushing your teeth, your commute, the way you sigh when your mom calls at exactly the wrong moment. This shortcut lives in a part of your brain called the basal ganglia, which is just a fancy way of saying the autopilot module. Once a behavior gets repeated enough, your brain stops treating it like a decision. It treats it like a reflex. And reflexes don't ask for permission. Quick joke, because this is getting heavy. Your basal ganglia is basically that one coworker who automates their job so well, nobody notices they've been on vacation for 3 weeks. Respect, honestly. Now here's where it gets interesting. In 2002, researcher Wendy Wood at the University of Southern California ran a study asking people to track their daily behavior in 15-minute increments, then report whether each action was a decision or a habit. The result stunned even her. About 43% of everything people did each day wasn't a choice at all. It was habit, running on repeat, with the conscious mind basically watching from the passenger seat. 2 examples make this click. First, Wood's team looked at people who had recently moved to a new city, movers who changed their environment, new gym, new grocery store, new route to work, were dramatically more likely to break old habits like unhealthy snacking or skipping exercise, not because their willpower improved, but because the old triggers were gone. Your habits aren't really about you. They're about your environment, quietly pulling the strings. Second, and this one hits harder, Wood found that habitual behaviors persisted even when people's stated intentions completely flipped. People who genuinely wanted to eat healthier still bought the same junk food because their hand knew the aisle. Before their brain caught up, intention lost. Autopilot won every time. So if you've ever said, "I don't know why I did that. It's just what I always do," congratulations. You've accidentally described the human condition with perfect accuracy. Here's the hook right in the middle of this thing, because you need to hear it now. If 43% of you is autopilot, then the story you tell about your own personality, the "I'm just someone who procrastinates" or "I'm just not a morning person," might not be identity at all. It might just be an old loop that never got rewritten. You're not stuck. You're just running outdated software and calling it your soul. This should feel a little unsettling. Good. Sit with it for a second, because here's the twist nobody tells you. Your ancestors needed this system to survive. If a hunter-gatherer had to consciously relearn how to track, forage, and avoid predators every single day from scratch, they'd be extinct by Tuesday. Habit wasn't a flaw. It was the entire operating system that kept humans alive long enough to invent things like agriculture and eventually, regrettably, group chats. But that same system that once saved your life now quietly runs your scrolling, your snacking, your doom spiral before bed. The wiring didn't get worse. The world just got faster than the wiring. So what do you actually do with this? Not motivation, not willpower, environment. Change the trigger and the loop breaks itself. Move the phone charger out of the bedroom and you don't need superhuman discipline. You just need your basal ganglia to lose the address. Wood's research is almost embarrassingly hopeful once you see it this way. You're not broken, you're just parked in the wrong driveway. Here's your final hook before we land this. You are not your habits. You are the one small, flickering percentage of you that notices the habit happening. That noticing is the whole game. That's the part evolution didn't automate because it couldn't. It's the only part that's actually fully, unmistakably you. So tonight, when your hand reaches for your phone before your brain even wakes up, catch it. Just once. Not forever. Just once. Because you are not just your habits wearing a face. You're the person who finally looked in the mirror and noticed the mask.